The multidisciplinary discharge desktop has 7 sections. In this video, I'm going to concentrate on the third section, the Discharge Med Reconciliation section. If you already access Discharge Med Reconciliation processes, you'll find this video to be mostly a review. You may choose to fast forward to the last minute of the video and learn about a new step with the Finalize button. To access the reconciliation, I'll click on the blue Edit button. This launches us into AOM, or Ambulatory Order Management. The system shows us the product of our admission med reconciliation, along with a list of the patient's current inpatient medications. I'll address the home medications first. You'll notice that we have 3 choices: continue, stop, or renew. In this case, I'll address each medication separately. I'm going to continue the aspirin. I want to choose an action on this over-the-counter even though it doesn't require a script. Why? Because in so doing, I create the most accurate communication about what the patient's medication routine is. I'm going to continue the metformin. I'll stop the Prilosec. I'll continue the OxyContin and the Zocor, and then I'm going to renew the patient's Diovan. The patient's out of this medication and needs a new prescription. I click on Renew. The system automatically loads this medication on a virtual prescription pad. I'll fill out the details needed to complete this prescription, including the quantity. I'll type in 30 and hit Return, and then I'll hit Save. This returns me to the reconciliation desktop. I'll now address the current inpatient medications. Your only action in this section is to convert medications to outpatient prescriptions. If you don't wish to do this with any of the medications, there's simply no actions to be taken. Medications may be dithered or grayed out for one of 2 reasons. One, the medication is an IV medication such as the ciprofloxacin. This is a medication that's only prescribed on the inpatient side and cannot be prescribed in the outpatient environment. Or 2, you've already chosen to continue this medication in the home medication reconciliation above. The last step in reconciliation is the creation of any new prescriptions. In this case, I'd like to send the patient home with an oral antibiotic. We'll notice that the cursor is in the medication search field. We'll also notice that Favorites has defaulted. The computer tracks our previous prescriptions and lists them as our favorites. I'm going to type in Bactrim in the search field. I'll choose Bactrim Double Strength and hit Select. The Bactrim is now added as a new prescription. This concludes the actual reconciliation. I can now move on to printing and/or transmitting of prescriptions. I'll click OK. This takes me to the discharge session summary desktop. This gives me a review of all the medications I've reconciled and the actions I've taken with each one. It requires for me to put my PIN in. It defaults to save and print. I'm now taken to the Print Prescriptions desktop. For further information on how to transmit and print prescriptions, please see separate educational material on the Learning Center website. For sake of the demonstration, I'm simply going to hit Save. And this takes me back to the Discharge desktop. We now see that the discharge reconciliation is completed. We see new prescriptions, continued medications, changed prescriptions, and stopped medications. The last and final detail is to click on the Finalize button here at the bottom. This will tell the computer that all the reconciliation is completed, and now complete reconciliation information will be included in any documentation, including patient summaries and the final patient report. You'll notice that this screen informs me that I successfully finalized 7 medications and that I've taken actions on 2 prescriptions. I hit Save, and I'm back to the Discharge desktop. The Finalize button is now dithered. This completes the video demonstration on discharge medication reconciliation.